Richard Schmidt with Sid Harvey's, and today we have another new item we're going to discuss with you today. It's the Sure-Flo Complete Descaling Kit for tankless hot water heaters, part number F10. And what comes with the kit, you get obviously you get the bucket. Comes with complete instructions for attach the bucket so you don't lose those. Inside here, what comes with this kit, we have the descaling solution, neutralizing powder. After we're done, you can neutralize the water to dispose of. Comes with a pump. Just plug it into a standard 110 outlet. And comes with two hoses to hook to the hot and water service valves of the kit. Okay, now that you've seen what comes with the Sure-Flo descaling kit, let's just explain the appliance here, the connections. Most of the tankless water heaters here, you should have service connections, which you have down here. If you don't, you're going to have to disconnect your plumbing from the appliance to use the kit. In this case here, we do have service connections. One of the things you want to consider why you'd want to do this is because the tubing inside the appliance is not all that big. This is half-inch OD tubing, typical of what's in there. And you start to get any lime or calcium buildups in there, it's all built up on the inside, reducing the diameter of the pipe. The reduction of that pipe there is going to lessen your water flow. It's also a corrosive material which is going to tend to corrode out the copper tubing in there. Most manufacturers recommend, to maintain the warranty, that you clean the appliance at least once a year. It's probably recommended that you should do it at least twice a year just to keep the maximum efficiency going with the appliance. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have the service valves here. We're going to do our connections. Okay, what we're going to do to start out with here is we will shut the appliance off. You'll either have a control by the appliance, which will be wired in, or you'll have a regular service disconnect on the appliance. And what we're going to do here is we're going to shut off our water supply to and from the unit and take the service caps off the service valves. Just unscrew those, drop them out of the way. Okay, we have the pump here. I've already connected the cold water, the line that's going to go to the cold. Drop that in the bucket. We hook that to the cold service valve. Hand tighten that. It's the same type of lines that you might have on a washing machine, you know, same like a hose bib on your house. Just hooks up like that. And we're going to take the other line that comes with the appliance, the kit, hook that to the hot water service connection. Put the other end in the bucket here. Okay, now that the pump and the lines are in the bucket, we're going to add a gallon of water. We want this water to cover the pump. If it doesn't, we may have to add more. I'll show you that in a few moments. Slowly add it in here. Okay, there we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add the Descaling Plus solution. Comes in a 1-quart bottle here, and what we want to do is we want to add the entire bottle. And as you can see here, it comes out, it's actually a reddish color, and this is part of the kit here. It'll actually change colors when it's descaling. I'll explain that shortly. Put the whole bottle in here, and if we have to add more later on, again, I'll explain that. And as you can see, it's not covering the pump completely, the solution here, so what we're going to do is add some more water. When the kit starts up again, it may need a little more water. Just add a little bit more to cover the pump. And now we'll open our service connections on a hot and cold. The pump is just plugged into a 110-volt outlet, and we just start that up. And now it will start to flush the solution through the appliance. Okay, now we have the pump running, and we're descaling the appliance, this tankless hot water heater. And what's really unique about this kit that we have here, the Sure-Flo kit, is that the solution, the chemical, Descaler Plus, starts out red. While it's working, if there is lime present in the unit, it's going to turn yellow. Now you know that it's actually finding the lime and dissolving it. If the solution were going to turn clear, it's an indication that you're going to have to add more of the Descaler Plus. Now it comes in a 16-ounce bottle. More of these are available. You can always have a couple extras with you. What you're going to do is we're going to add another 8 ounces, about half the bottle, to the solution again. Once we do that, the solution will turn yellow again, meaning it's still continuing the scaling process. Once the solution turns back to red, it means there's no more lime present. At this point here, we can now shut the pump off. Okay, now we just shut the pump off. What we're going to do here is we're going to close the service connection on the cold side here, disconnect the line, and we will remove the pump from the water here. And we'll also temporarily just take the hot water connection here. We'll just take that out of the way right now. What we're going to do is we're going to take the solution here and we're going to neutralize it. Now what we do is we take the acid neutralizing powder and we got a shaker top on the side here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some of this to the solution, a little bit at a time. What's going to happen, it's going to get warm and it's going to foam up. So you want to wait till that subsides. When that subsides, we're going to add a little bit more. When it stops foaming and heating up, you're going to know that your solution is neutral. And if you had test strips, 7.2 is a neutral solution. 7.2 pH is what would be neutral. Okay, now what we're going to do is we still have our hot water service hooked up. We're going to just put that in the bucket here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flush the unit with fresh water from our connection here. So what we'll do is we'll crack open our service connection here, bringing in water from the outside. Now this is going through the unit, and we're filling the bucket up with the solution that was in the appliance. Shut that off, remove the line again, and now we will go through the same procedure, neutralizing the water we have here. Now we're going to want to repeat this a couple of times. It's going to be a total time of flushing the appliance out here of 3 to 5 minutes. Once you've done that, you've got enough water in here, the appliance is now cleaned up. We have the solution here, we've neutralized it with the powder, and we can dispose of this whichever way we have to, whether it's local ordinance or you can put it down the drain. Okay, now we have the system all flushed out. We're going to close the service connection here, disconnect this other line here, replace the service caps, and we can open our service connections to and from the tankless hot water heater. Everything's disconnected here. The last thing we have to do is turn on the appliance and you're ready to go.
Good afternoon. I'm George Hall, Director of Engineering at Sid Harvey Industries. And today we're in our research lab and I want to demonstrate how our Descaler Plus Sure-Flo system, part number F10, works. The Descaler is designed scientifically to remove lime and scale buildup in tankless hot water heaters. What we have here is we have 3 components. We have water, sodium hydroxide, which is the simulated chemical for our lime and scale buildup, and we have our Descaler solution, which is red. When it comes in contact with any lime or scale buildup, it goes from a reddish color to a yellowish color. And I'm just going to simulate this on a very small scale here to show you how the chemical actually works. What we start out with is we start out with water, and I'm going to add sodium hydroxide to that. And I'll add a few flakes here to water. Now, I'm going to shake that up a little bit, and I'm going to add our Descaler solution to the sodium hydroxide and water solution. And we're going to have a chemical reaction. This bottle is going to actually get a little warm from that reaction. I'm going to shake that up, and there's our yellowish color that I was talking about. Now when the lime and scale buildup when the lime has been completely removed from the system, the chemical goes from a yellowish color back to a red. So I'm going to continue to add red until that yellowish color changes back over. And when it changes back over, you can be confident that your system has been descaled. And you see here's our reddish color coming back. And I'm going to stir that up just a little bit. And again, it's warm to the touch due to the reaction. But that's basically how the F10 system works. Again, thanks for listening and have a nice day.